Welcome to another comment response video. As always, you can skip to a specific comment using the timestamps in the description. And if you have any questions for a future Q&A video, you can post them in the comments. The Drug Classroom is only funded by donations. There are no ads, sponsorships, or other sources of funding. So, if you want to keep the project going, please support on patreon.com. Do you think cannabis can help with addiction treatment? It's possible cannabis could be useful, but we're mainly operating on anecdotal evidence. Replacement therapies clearly have a place in addiction treatment, whether it's methadone for heroin, baclofen for alcohol, or cannabis for various substances. Technically, most people are just going to trade one addiction for another, but the key is that the aforementioned drugs, including cannabis, may be less problematic, especially when we consider the prohibition factor. Some people have found they can stop or reduce opioid use with cannabis, for example. It might reduce cravings and also reduce anxiety, while giving people an alternative habit to rely on. And if that's true, I think that's helpful. When someone visits an addiction therapist, I want everything to be on the table, including replacement therapies. Abstinence is not the only option that has to exist. I was wondering why I hadn't seen any new videos from you in a while. Searched your channel and found out YouTube unsubscribed me. I've heard about this issue from other people on YouTube, but this is actually the first time someone has specifically mentioned it with TDC. Hopefully it's not a widespread problem. I'm not entirely sure what can be done to make sure it doesn't happen to other people. If you regularly watch the videos, it might be good to use the notification bell, which might help you stay up to date with the content. What are the healthier Zopiclone alternatives that you speak of? Right now, the only thing that has helped my chronic headaches caused by sleep deprivation is Zopiclone or good sleep in general. I know it's dangerous, and I'm seeking alternatives. Any help is appreciated. If you can avoid prescription insomnia aids, I think that's wise. This includes people using Zopiclone, Zolpidem, and benzodiazepines. Some people do receive benefits from them, so they can be useful, but that doesn't make them ideal. Many people can get relief from their insomnia using other tools. Cognitive behavioral therapy, for example, is a non-drug option that can be useful. Others would be meditation and progressive muscle relaxation. Just having good sleep hygiene is important. Much of the insomnia in the world has a basis in stress and anxiety. You may not actually need stronger sedatives to overcome the issue. Exercising early in the day and having a nutritious diet can also help, and some of the supplements that might be good are melatonin and glycine, among various others. So, I think there are quite a lot of things to explore before using the typical prescriptions in a long-term way. So, when listed, which drugs have you used? Practically everyone's had caffeine, you mentioned some nicotine and salvia, you're over 21 I believe, so it's likely you've had some alcohol, cannabis, maybe some others. Do you care to share them? Sure, I don't mind discussing my drug use. I'm actually 20 years old, not over 21. As I've mentioned before, I don't regularly use anything beyond caffeine, and most of my drug use is not purely recreational. Up to this point, I've used caffeine, nicotine, alcohol, 3-FPM, 3,4-CTMP, 4-fluoromethylphenidate, 2-fluoromethamphetamine, salvia divinorum, 4-acetoxy-DMT, 4-hydroxy-MET, 4-hydroxy-MIPT, DMT, phenibut, 3-MeO-PCP, MDMA, 4-fluoroamphetamine, oxycodone, Alad, 25I-NBOMe, modafinil, and atizolam. There might be some others, but that's all I have written down. I'm going to get a new heart rate monitor and blood pressure monitor for future experiments. It's possible I could end up discussing my experiences on another channel. Currently, I don't post about most of my drug use, though there are a handful of experiences on my personal website. I have ADHD, so should I use modafinil? There are some papers that support the use of modafinil for ADHD. It's not approved for that condition in the US, but it's likely prescribed off-label. Typically, amphetamine and methylphenidate are prescribed instead, but modafinil might have a good alternative safety and effect profile. There have been concerns about serious skin reactions, yet those reactions are very rare and haven't kept modafinil from being used for other purposes. I recommend talking with a physician and first evaluating all of the non-drug options that are available. If you do need medication, modafinil might be useful, but that doesn't mean you'll easily get a prescription for it. Thanks for listening. If you have any questions, feel free to post them in the comments. You can also reach me via email at seth@thedrugclassroom.com. And again, the Drug Classroom is only funded by donations, so if you want to support, please do so on Patreon. It is only with your support that the Drug Classroom is possible.